Why not? This is gonna be fun.
I can't talk to you and there's something looking at me. I can't do this. There's people watching me. I can't.
Then don't look at it. Like, literally act like
But
face
my
towards.
side profile is terrible. I can't.
This is gonna take a long time. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone, to Flourish with Felicity. This is gonna be my first in-person podcast, which I'm super excited about. I rearranged my entire room for this little one. If you couldn't already tell by the way we look, this is my little sister, Farrah. She was brought into this world at the age of 6. For me, I was an only child, pretty much, kind of. I had an older sister and I have an older brother as well, or we do. At the age of 6, my life changed. And now here we are. We're talking on my podcast. You say for the better. For me, however, I beg to differ. Just joking. I love her dearly.
A lot of them.
Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. All right. So, I wanted to bring you on the podcast because I wanted to talk to you just about our life in general, just being sisters, being 6 years apart, parents, all of the fun stuff. Let's talk about our childhood a little bit and like how we were as children, because our dynamic was interesting and it changed drastically all in one day.
Okay. You go first.
I'm asking you the question.
I don't know. Where do we start?
I don't know. Like, what is your first memory of me?
You hating me. Being downstairs, you playing a little zombie game with your friends and telling me to get the fuck out. Oh, can I swear on this?
Yeah, you can swear. Everyone asked that exact same question. Yes, you could swear.
Or like, what song was it? I don't know. We were listening to some song. You and Nishi were doing a dance or making a dance to the song, and Mom was like, "That's a swear word in it." We were in the foyer, and you're like, "Go to your room," because I couldn't listen to the song with the swear word in it, which I definitely said.
Little sibling issues. No, I remember every single time I would hang out with my friends, you were like right there by my side. You're like, oh, we're best friends.
Or I used to take your phone because I was mad, and I threw it somewhere. I threw it like out your window or something.
I think I remember that.
And you got so mad. You're like, Mom, I'm trying to throw my phone out the window.
Yeah, you were a little evil child. She knows it. She knows it too. But yeah, no, those were some fun days. What is your favorite memory of us as a child?
When we were at Moe's, and it was the day you realized that you actually liked me.
Yeah, that was a big turning point. A big turning point. Moe's has like a special place in my heart now.
I actually go there quite often.
Which I'm not surprised about. She's a little, so to give you guys some context, I'm like the health nut.
They skimped out on that gene for me.
Yeah. She's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, fast food. Straight up. Can I expose you?
Yeah.
She used to buy 2-liter sodas and drink them straight out of the 2-liter container.
I'd finish them 2 of them in a day.
2 of them in a day. And I'm surprised you're not obese. She has a good gene, too, of like, oh, I get to be skinny no matter what I consume.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but okay.
You're pretty dang close. You used to buy 2-liter sodas and then eat like...
Macs.
And 2 Big Macs. That was a thing. Mm-hmm. And then you would eat a box of cereal every single day. You had your phases.
Right now?
I feel like you're just in an eating out phase. That's all you do.
Yeah. Because I have a car now. I just go everywhere.
Yeah, she's driving now. Talk about a big scare for me.
18 in less than a year.
I know. It's wild. I remember when I turned 18. And I was like, Farrah will never get here. And look at this. Now she's here. I remember you being like the little... I don't know. You were just a little rebel child. No matter what mom and dad said, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go do the opposite.
Yeah, okay.
What was like the biggest thing you feel like you like completely twisted when like mom and dad would say something You're like, yeah, no.
What do you mean, like, completely twisted?
Like, completely win against.
Oh, boyfriends.
Oh, 100%.
Phones.
I was so jealous of you as a kid. I was like, this little rat gets a phone at 6 when my rule was phone at 13.
Yeah.
And then you got a boyfriend, what age? What was it?
4th grade?
4th grade. I had to wait until after high school.
Okay, but you didn't, though. So, like, does it really
I was a junior. I was ending my junior year in high school.
Yeah.
And he had to come to mom, talk to her about it, and do all the jazz. And you're just like, come home one day. It's like, I got a boyfriend. Didn't you hide it from them for a little bit?
Yeah, because I was scared I was going to get beat.
Yeah, I remember you telling me, and I was like, what?
And then they didn't care.
Yeah. Mom was like, oh, that's so cute. And I was like, excuse me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's in the family.
How do you feel being the littlest? Like, I know, like...
It's great. I don't have a job.
Yeah. We want to talk about that for a minute?
Get things more. I feel like because they give up. Don't post that photo on Instagram.
That was my whole goal of the podcast. Just kidding. Maybe.
Come on, chop chop. I have a lot of editing to do.
I know I do.
I'm such a bad podcaster.
I'll leave that one in there.
Bye.
Yeah. Let's talk about the first time we went to Moe's. Like how that whole so I actually kind of forgot. Like didn't I just ask you to go?
No. Okay, we sat down at the row that was closest to like the ordering place.
No, but like getting there. Didn't I ask you? I was like, do you want to go to lunch with me one day? And I just drove us.
I think I asked you to go get food, and you were like, fine. And we went to Moe's. Or you were like, can we go to Moe's? And I was like, yeah.
To like, say Liz. Are you going to pay for me?
Oh, yeah, no shit. What, are you just let me sit there and starve?
Maybe.
It's like 10. And we sat down, we were eating, we were silent, and then you stopped eating. You're like, you know what? I kind of like you. You're pretty cool. I was like...
No, you said something funny. I remember you saying something really funny, and I was laughing, and I was like, wow, you're actually kind of funny.
Oh, and then you're like, I like you. You're pretty cool. And I was like, what? Like,
yeah. I literally looked at her as like a little bug in my house. Going from only... until like, what? 16 to like 10 years. No, but that Moe's trip was definitely a turning point in our relationship.
It was when you adopted me as your sister.
Yeah, I was like, okay, she's awesome. But let's talk about that.
She copied me actually, she copied me because I got them. She asked me where I got them from. I told her, and then she got the same ones. She was like, oops, I got the same ones, so you don't mind.
There's your personality.
Oh, I used to hate when I took your clothes. And guess what? A lot of my clothes. Mm-hmm.
None of these
I was
are.
hoping you were wearing something.
Yeah.
But one day you're not. You have my brown pants that you are obsessed with and wear all the time. You had my really big Brandy Melville hoodie, which you got a stain on. But it came out in the wash because I'm a pure genius at washing clothes now. And
she knows how to put them in the washer.
No, I know how to get out stains. I'm really good at it. Mom taught me. And what was I saying?
Stealing clothes.
Oh. You take that. Did you take my fucking clothes? I'm like, no. I still do when you get mad at me. And you still have like half my clothes now.
No, I don't really have many of your clothes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Check after this. I guarantee you.
I can find at least 5 items of my clothing.
I doubt it. Yeah. She's only in high school. She's only almost senior. How do you feel about going into senior
I'm having
year?
like a midlife crisis. There's no way I'm graduating, dude. Like, what?
1 year from now, you're going to be like a month away from graduating.
I'm not. How do I survive on my own? I don't know how to adult.
Girl, I still live at home at 23.
I'm not, okay, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you say that until you see the prices of homes.
I'll find my way out of it.
Yeah, Connecticut's not a good place.
No. This could be the only podcast I watch of yours, and if I hear that in there...
She's such a fake fan.
I am a fake fan. I've not watched a single one. I don't even watch your reels. But
Right.
Max does.
I know, Max is my supporter. I appreciate him.
He
He comes to my
I
lives.
scream at him every time I hear your voice. I'm like, turn that shit off! like hearing your voice in my car.
What's your happiest memory of like the family?
I don't know. I don't have like a specific one, but when we got to dinner.
Do you remember when we used to go to On the Border every single night?
Yeah. I do remember that. Oh, I can order it before you. Sorry. I get off track.
Her mind is always just like food.
You're making me sound fat, Felicity.
Am I wrong?
Okay.
Let's talk about like your relationship with mom over the years, and then we'll go into dad and then myself because I'm interested.
So much. She's so amazing.
Woo! Authentic.
Okay, I'm not trying to like trauma dump on this.
Like
your
you
mom
could.
have always been good.
Yeah.
Because I just know how to work mom and dad.
Yeah. That is one thing I'm
good at saying stuff that they want to hear. Like, I know what they want to hear. I know what they need. And I don't know. I'm good with, this sounds manipulating, but in like, not in that bad way, but like in the good way.
I don't think there's any good manipulation.
No, I just mean like, I know what to say to people. Because I can just, like, I just know what to say to people. And I know when to back off. Sometimes I will say, me and mom get into screaming fights. And I just apologize.
Yeah. Well, you guys have very much like the same personalities.
Yeah, me and mom are really, really almost the same. But like, me and mom have the relationship where we can just scream at each other. Like, she lets me say what I want to her. Like, that's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, a lot of parents, like, you can't scream at them. Like, my friends' parents, you can't just scream at your parents. Like, we scream at each other, but like in a loving way.
Because that makes sense.
Like, we just, like, cause I've told mom, like I appreciate that, like, you let me like have my emotions and like say them to you if I feel a certain way. Sometimes it blows up into a fight, but then like we both apologize after. Once we like cool down, you just need to get that off our chest. Me and dad is just.
Yeah, dad is just dad.
Dad just.
He just does his own thing.
This is a conversation I've had with my dad multiple times. Ready? He's like, "How was your day?" I'm like, "Not good. You know, it was bad." He's like, "Good." And then he walks away. I'm like, "Okay. Me having a bad day is good." He does that all the time. Like, he just doesn't really like listen. He's not somebody you talk to about any of your problems. He's like, he also doesn't really say "I love you" back a lot.
I noticed that.
He's not very, like, I'll say, like, on the phone, like, I'll be like, "Bye, Dad, love you." I'll be like, "Bye." And I'll be like, "Bye, love you." Like,
I think you say it too fast and he doesn't pick up on it.
But like, even like home, and then I'm like, "Dad, I said I love you." And he's like, "Bye." I feel like he's not very like comfortable with like that, but he likes hugs and he likes giving people stuff because he used to just go to Mickey Finn's or whatever.
Yeah.
And he used to get me like a shirt and be like, "I got this for you." I think that's more of his love language, like buying stuff, like gift giving.
Gift giving, for sure.
Because he buys dinner, he doesn't mind if I buy food, like, stuff.
Every day. Yeah. Starbucks, every day.
No, that's mom.
Oh, mom pays for your Starbucks.
Well, yeah, because I'm on her account.
Okay, that
but
would
it's
make
triple
sense.
star day. I gave her triple stars today. You're welcome.
Wow, you're such a generous child.
I am, aren't I? What'd you get mom for Mother's Day?
I can't say because it's coming out tomorrow.
Oh my god, I haven't studied for psych. My AP psych exam was on Thursday. Have I studied? Is it one of the easiest AP tests? Have I studied? Am I gonna go to one?
Yeah. I didn't even take my AP psych exam. I took the class, but I never took the exam.
Did you pay for it?
No, I didn't even like apply to do the test.
Oh, why?
I had no interest in doing it.
Okay, I understand everything. I just don't understand what is like on the test. Like, I understand the theories. I don't understand who made the theories. I don't remember like names. But I understand. I could talk about it for hours. But like, the names of it and like the names of people and what they did. Like,
I remember Pavlov.
Yeah, because he's like the one person who does like everything.
Yeah, that's the only person I remember.
The FRQs, that's easy because you bullshit it.
Yeah. How's it like being a high schooler nowadays?
Terrible, sad, boring.
It's so different, even 6 years ago, from what high school was.
You have to scan in every time you walk into the school.
That's ridiculous.
So annoying.
They're like, they make, I think they have more, this is controversial, but like they have more like structure to the school system now than they do in prisons. Like they like I'm surprised they don't have to have you guys scan into classes yet.
You have to scan in when you go to the guidance room, the nurse's office, the office, and if you have study hall in the CAF.
So they're already doing that.
I want to be shocked if you have to scan in to the classrooms to know if you're on time, to make sure that you're on time, or the bathrooms to know if you actually went and for how long.
That's ridiculous. They're like so like.
I'm like done.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're getting out of it next year, but it's scary. How do you feel about going to college?
I'm not going to college. I'm going to trade school.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you going to trade school as? I know, but
aesthetics, like esthetician stuff.
What made you fall in love with that?
Mom.
Talk in intertwining how much you and her are like.
Oh yeah, I grew up with that because I used to like hang out with her a lot, and she used to like do my skin.
Let me ask you, how has your point of view changed about me throughout the years?
Oh, I'm getting kicked out of the room. I looked up to you for a long time.
Until yesterday.
I don't know. I wanted to be you for so long because it's like, when you're little, you don't know who you are, and then you have to like grow up and find yourself.
Yeah.
I wanted to be you for so long, so I would take your stuff. I would use your makeup when you weren't home.
And every time I cut my hair, you would cut your hair immediately after. And then if I colored my hair, you would color your hair.
Yeah, I wanted to be like, I just wanted to be you. But I feel like every little sibling has that feeling. And then, like, it was like once you started taking my stuff, I realized, wow, maybe she wants to be me. No, because you straight up said, like, wow, I want to look like you when you did this or whatever, like, however I did my makeup. And then I started teaching you things, and then I was like, wow, like that, like, we have, like, somewhat, like, some differences. And, like, obviously, I like when we have something that's, like, the same. Like, I remember, like, one year, around Christmas time, we were sitting on Mom's couch, and we have assigned couches, my couch, Felicy's couch. Like,
yeah, assigned seating in our household. It's not
everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere.
Every table, everywhere. And you were like, wow, we look the exact same in this photo, and yeah, whatever. And then I started to like realize that we're not the exact same, and I don't have to be you. Actually, I started thinking that when you started going to the gym every day. And I was like, not for me. Do that. Not for me. Because I used to go to the gym with you for like a couple of years, like a long time during COVID. Yeah. Every morning before school, like 4 a.m, and then I stopped. And then I did it again for a really long time, and I stopped. And then sophomore year, I did it for a long time, and then I stopped again because you stopped picking me up.
Well, and then you were like, oh, when I get a car, I'm going to meet you at the gym. And then, like, 2 weeks ago, you're like, can we do workouts? And I planned my entire schedule around it. And then, guess who never showed up and was at Chick-fil-A instead? Chipotle. All of the above. No, it was, what's the new place that opened? The chicken place. Like Windsor.
Oh,
Cane's.
Oh, my God. I'm craving everything now.
Did you not expect us to talk about food?
No. Oh! Sorry, I looked like an elf from my hair stick.
I like our relationship now, though. I think we have a really cool... It's like a best... Like, I feel like you're my best friend.
You have a Merit lip stuff. Can I try it?
ADD. Yes, eventually. After the podcast.
I just... Oh, you're asking me questions. Is it good?
Yes, I love it.
Does it have a color?
Yes.
Oh.
It's not very colored, though.
Oh.
It's a lip oil.
Oh, it's a lip oil. Is it like actual like oil, or is it like the fake?
It's a lip oil, but with a light tint of color.
Light?
Rub it together. Rub your lips together. See, it's like a light tint of color.
Is that cute, guys? I like it. I was gonna get one at the Sephora Kohl's. Tell me why there's a Sephora Kohl's. That is the most dangerous thing ever. Max, whenever he needs to get like new clothes and stuff, I like it. I might have to get it.
You know where I got mine from?
Where?
Mom's closet.
Oh my god, my mom's closet and bathroom is like a Target. It is so nice. Does she have more?
I don't remember. I grabbed it
Closet or
months
bathroom?
ago. Bathroom. Yeah, I've always joked with my mom that her room is literally a shopping mall for me.
It is crazy. Do you know how many things I have from there? So many hair products, so many lotions, makeup, everything. Everything.
I don't even have to get in my car. I just walk to the other side of the house.
I don't even have to. I just turn right out of my room.
How is that like shaped like your childhood and like your perception of like
that made me very into like beauty and wanting to, like, because I just always had access to that. Mom never said no, you can't wear makeup, so I would be rocking out in 3rd grade with red lipstick and blue eyeshadow.
I have a photo. I can post it. Yeah. I remember us going to Nona and Nono's house, and you going and running over into Nona's room, her makeup room, and you'd come out looking like an absolute clown. She still is a clown. Example A. And her face is example B. You can't say that wasn't clever.
She's so funny. You're not funny. You're a good footrest, though.
Thanks.
Ooh, there's like a curvature. Sorry.
ADD.
But yeah, that made me really into beauty, which is shaping my future.
Yes. Connections.
Oh! My toes are coming out. You're so lucky I'm wearing socks. I probably, like, if we did this
I wouldn't
any
let you
other
in
day.
my room.
If you let Max sit on your bed, you could let me in your room without socks.
That's true. I have to pee. I'll be back.
What?
Cut.
If I do something, can you cut it out?
Sure, maybe.
Taking her place. Hi, I'm listening in. Here's today's my podcast. I kind of like these glasses. Are they cute? I'm being you. I'm taking over. Hey guys, today we're learning about nutrition and how to not be fat. You're washing your hands. How clean of you. Yeah, of course. Shimmy, shimmy.
Your footrest is back. Oh.
I didn't know my footrest could run away. My footrest is footresting on itself.
I wanted to ask you, like, your perception of me and, like...
Oh, right. We're talking about that. Oh, no, I finished. I said I found my own whatever.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about me, though? Am I a good older sister?
Yeah, you buy me things. You took me places.
That's her first thing. I'm a good older sister if I buy her things and take her places. Okay. Not because of my personality or how I took care of you and cooked for you.
Oh, you cooked for me. That was good.
Yeah. I made sure you grew up. What would be the correct terminology?
I grubbed.
You grubbed.
Okay. You were really good at taking me places until like sophomore year, last year. You were like stingy.
Yeah, because I was working all the time.
You were so stingy with that. You know how mad I hated you for that. I was like, every time I asked you for a ride and you said no, I was with my friends. I'd be like, this fucking bitch will pick me up.
Yeah, because I couldn't. And it was always last minute. You would never tell me like beforehand.
In my 374 days, I need you to pick me up from this place at 2:34.79. Shit, that's not a time. 34.26.
What grade are you in?
I'm a 95 in math, guys. Can you
imagine that? She's cheating.
No, I'm literally not. I sit alone in a row.
That doesn't mean you don't have a cell phone. Let me ask you this. Have you ever cheated, like, with your phone in school?
Felicity does not care. He gave me an FRQ, and I was like, okay, let me take a photo of, because he didn't have, so he gave me a blank piece of paper, and he was like, oh, take a photo of the question. Gives me, like, the smartest person in the class's, like, thing, because I was making it up. They had their answer. I took the photo of the entire sheet, and I copied their answer. And I had my computer open. And he was lecturing on that topic, watching me scroll my phone. I took photos while doing it. I don't know. I had to bring an iPad. Sorry. But, like, no, he does not care. But only in that class I've used my phone to cheat. Me being flexible as a child.
You're, like, weirdly flexible for no freaking reason. You're just, like, remember you used to, like, take your feet and, like, flip them over your head?
Paint my toenails like that.
Yeah. Such a weirdo. Not like a normal person. We would flip our feet over our head
And paint my toenails.
and paint your toenails.
I used to just watch YouTube like that.
I know. You're just so bendy. It really benefited you in figure skating, though.
Yeah, and then I quit.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're not a sports person?
I wish that mom and dad put me in them when I was little, so I didn't have a choice. They like forced me to, like, put me in like every sport possible.
Yeah.
I wish they did.
That's one thing that I wish too. Like I
did soccer and then you quit.
Yeah, because I was fat.
Okay, so then don't be fat.
Well, I didn't know how not to be fat at that point.
Keep playing soccer.
Well, it doesn't help when I get donuts and ice cream afterwards.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to go to my soccer games and I would get put into the back of Dad's truck on that couch?
Yeah, because I wanted to sit in the front.
Yeah, because she's the littlest, so she can't sit in the back. Yeah. It was like a full-fledged couch.
But the only thing is I wanted to sit back there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. Especially during the winter when it was cold. It was
I meant like when it was like good temperature.
Yeah. And he used to feed me chocolates before I went. He's like, these you need. They're like little energy balls. And like it makes sense because chocolate has sugar. Sugar will give you energy for the game, but very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I used to like playing soccer when we used to like, we would go to like some soccer field or whatever and pass the ball around. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I wish mom and dad got me into soccer.
I feel like you would have been a pretty good soccer player.
Now I don't, but I feel like if I grew up on it, it would be fun.
But it's a team sport.
Sorry. I hate basketball. I hate basketball. Sorry.
We're short. Well, we're not that short, but we're shorter.
I don't like basketball. It's just like sport.
Yeah.
Like,
you were a cheerleader for a little bit for basketball.
Hell, I hated that.
You liked it better than skating.
Yeah. Because I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like it. It was scary. I was so scared. Every single time I was left, I was so scared. But yeah, I wish I got into like, sounds terrible, but like more popular sports, like not figure skating, like sports.
Soccer, like those things.
Stuff like that.
Lacrosse.
I don't like the goggles. I think they're ugly.
So just soccer.
Or like, get me to volleyball earlier, or softball or something.
I did volleyball when I was really little, but then mom took me out.
Like, I wish I just started things like earlier. I feel like with like when I'm older and I have kids, I know it sounds crazy to be me, but I don't want them to be like on their phones because that's so popular now for like little kids to just be on their phones all the time. Like, I really don't want that. I want my kids to be like outside. And what class were we talking about it in? I don't know, but it was like, when I was little, like, the teacher was like, when I was little kids used to just run around. And I was thinking about it, I was like, wow, like I saw like a little kid running around like on his bike, like going to like Cumberland Farms or whatever. Little kid with no parent around. And I was shocked. And I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, like they used to do that all the time. But they weren't worried about kidnappings or anything because they didn't have the technology that tells you, oh, this person was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't broadcasted everywhere as soon as something happened. It happened, it's just nobody was scared of it because it wasn't just everywhere, on every page, constantly.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, like, that explains like a lot. And I'm like, kid, go. You die, make more. Sorry.
I would hate to be her kid.
I know, but I'm but I'm also not going to be the type of mom that's like, oh, we have that food at home. Never will I ever be that parent. Want to go get chocolate? Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want them, especially when, like, they're little, like, baby little, like, under 5. I don't want them to have a phone. I don't want them to be watching TV all the time. I want them to be, like, outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just go outside. You will find something to do. You are young enough. Your brain will find something to do. You will make people out of trees. You will find something to do.
Yeah. Their imagination, you need to foster that imagination for as long as possible.
Yeah.
It makes them really creative.
And then, like, I don't want them to have a phone for, like, as long as I possibly can. Like, eventually, I know, like, people are getting phones, like, sooner, like, earlier in elementary school. So, like, I get it. Like, I'm going to have to be with the times and, like, give them a phone, whatever. Like,
well, you can get them that little, like, dial you only phone where it's not like Instagram and social media.
Well, I don't want them to feel like left out. I don't want to like make my kid hate me. Because I know, because like the way mom and dad raised us, like they let us do kind of whatever we wanted.
Not me as a kid.
Okay, well me. And like that made me respect them more, and that made me like tell them more.
Yeah.
And because I wasn't afraid to tell them, oh, I did this. Like if even though I'm not a partier, if I went out to a party and drank, I would tell mom, hey, come pick me up. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't tell my mom like I'm at a party and there's drinks. Like, and if like my friends were drunk too, like my mom would bring them home and like care for them. She wouldn't be like,
no, it's like very.
She would probably be like, don't do that, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But like she raised me open to that, so I don't want to do that. She wasn't like crazy on me about it. That's why I'm not a terrible kid.
Yeah. You were like given a lot of freedom, and like she also held a standard of like, just tell me it's okay, I'm not gonna get mad at you, and she like taught you that growing up.
And so now I'm not afraid to tell her anything, and that's how I want to raise my kids. I don't want to be like on them about everything, but I also want to like guide them away from the way that society is like raising the kids, like with like the phones and stuff. And I know it's gonna be hard to do because like they're gonna be on my ass about everything, and they're like, I'm talking about kids that I'm literally 17, but like I don't know.
Well, you're living it firsthand as a kid growing up in the age of cell phones.
Yeah.
So like you're seeing that, you're already shaping like, I want to do this when I'm older, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, and I know it's gonna be hard to do, but like I'm gonna have to, and I don't want to be on my phone all the time around my kids either.
No, yeah, you want to spend that quality time, you want those memories.
Yeah. And it's like I also don't want to be like the hypocrite that's like, oh, you can't be on your phone as I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's just rude. Like I really like, from like ages like 0 to 2, I don't want them to see like any screen. Like I just don't want them to watch anything.
No, yeah, absolutely. I feel like a lot of parents now, you see like they just give kids iPads.
Yeah.
They're like, shut up. It's like the new Binky.
And then they start crying when they don't have it, and they know how to use it. Why do you know how to use it at the age of like 6 months old? Like what? No. Are you crazy? And like we were talking about this in English one day. It was like, oh, like when like your parents, like, because I guess I was the first generation to have phones like as like really young.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they thought that we were making you smarter by getting the apps that like have you click, but really it's just like not doing that, because it was like, oh, you know how to work a phone, you're smart.
Yeah, but
because it was new
they
to
didn't
everybody.
they didn't see the back end of it.
Yeah, because it takes time to see that, and it's like now that I see it, I don't want to do it. So like you can't really blame the parents now because they don't really know like exactly what's happening. It's all new. Everybody's living for the first time.
Yeah, and everything's growing so rapidly now that it's like everything that has been happening, we're only going to see the negative sides later down the line in a few years. So what do you think, so you getting a phone so early, how do you think that like has influenced your childhood growing up?
I didn't really have one. If you consider childhood like as innocence, I didn't have one. Yeah. I knew everything by the time I was in first grade. Every single thing you could possibly think of, I knew of. Mm-hmm. You didn't. You thought Frosty, our boy cat that we used to have, could have babies.
At the age of 12.
At the age of 12. And I knew by kindergarten that he couldn't. And I knew like literally everything. I saw everything. Like, I had no filter at all. Yeah. But I feel like then, like, I mean, like, I guess, like, when, like, my friends would talk about, oh, like, this is a kid and this is a kid, like, I didn't know. It was heartbreaking when I found out. I didn't have, like, that heartbreaking, whoa.
Moment. Like Santa Claus isn't real sort of moment.
What if you had a little 5-year-old watching, because 5-year-olds have phones now, and you just ruin their life?
Yeah.
You're such a terrible person.
No, they won't be watching at 5 years old.
But, like, yeah. I feel like I didn't really get that wow factor, which I don't mind. I feel like that was good. I feel like that made me mature more, because now I know what I want. I know how to do this. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like, because a lot of people my age don't know what they want to do with their life, and I feel like...
Well, you also had the influence of mom that showed you what you want to do with your life.
Well, yeah, but, like, you already have what you're doing. A lot of people out here still don't know what they want to do.
That's true. It's crazy to kind of think about. I feel like also having the influence of mom and dad being the entrepreneur, like being his own business. Yeah, that has influenced us a lot as children, because that's what I look towards when it comes to like me owning my own business and like being my own boss.
I want to own my own boss, but I also want to be like mom, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like, because, well, like we said before, I'm a lot like Mom, and, like, I like the traditional, like, oh, women are delicate and don't hurt women. Women are, and you're the complete opposite.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, stop. And I don't want to do that. I just want to be a little delicate.
Yeah.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah.
But I also want to own my own business.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the best of both worlds. Get
You
the
wanna be
best
a
of
boss.
both worlds. Wow.
English.
Woo.
How do you feel like social media has changed your childhood? In a sense of, like, even just, like, internal image. I feel
This is gonna be real deep. It made me hate myself. That's the moral of the story. Nothing, like, I will say, like, yeah, I feel confident at times. Most times I don't feel confident. Yeah, I might be, like, fixing my hair, looking at myself, whatever. Let's just say no good thoughts are happening, like, up here. People are like, oh, like, you know you're pretty. I really don't. Like, social media is so terrible, as I'm literally on social media all the time and whatever. And it's, like, growing, like, I remember literally, this is really traumatizing, but literally in 3rd grade, I would layer on tank tops to make myself have boobs. Layer on, like, tank tops and, like, sports bras. And, like, Alicia was like, oh, how many bras do you have on right now? Because I didn't realize it wouldn't only go here, but it would go all the way around. So I just had, like, a lump. And I was like, oh my God. And so I had to take them off and put them in my backpack in the bathroom. It was the most traumatizing thing ever. I would stuff socks. And in 3rd grade, stuff socks into my sports bra to make it look like I would shape them so it looked like a pad. Or I would take yours out of your bras and I would put them into mine. And I would layer them. That's after she told me that I would layer the pads into my sports bras because they had a little hole.
Yeah.
Layer them because I hated the fact that I didn't. And I was like, I would search up how to get boobs in 3rd grade. Oh, rub Vaseline in circular motions. I sat there months and months and months. Every single night, every single eyelash wish, I would wish that I would get boobs. In 3rd grade. What 3rd grader is thinking about that?
I know I didn't.
I did. Every single day. Like, I was thinking about a lot of things in 3rd grade I should not have been thinking about. I was like, oh, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait.
It's crazy. You never had, like, I had, like, as we both know, a, like, childhood, like, outdoor
you didn't have to worry
playing.
about what your body looked like. Literally, there was a photo of me. You remember my one piece with the big flower in it, bathing suit?
Yeah.
I wore that because I felt fat. How old was I? I was like 4.
Yeah.
I felt fat in it. I was like, oh my God, I look so fat. I look so ugly.
That's crazy. Because, like, I think I was young when I started feeling super self-conscious and, like, I started dieting at the age of 11 because I was, like, I was in the 80th percentile as a kid. So, like, I was fat. You were never fat.
Because I was always so self-conscious about what I was. I wouldn't say I was skinny. I definitely had a belly, but all little kids have bellies.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, in 5th grade, it was so terrible. Like, it was so terrible. 5th grade was honestly some, like, full 5th grade to, like, middle school. Now I'm like,
getting better.
I just know how to hide it better. But in 5th grade to 8th grade, it was the worst. I absolutely hated the way I wore leggings and a sweatshirt every day. A sweatshirt every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was so bad. Like, yeah, I wore crop tops. Yeah, I still do. But holy moly, it's like, it just, no.
Yeah. The mental surrounding it, like, you would wear it because it was, like, the trend, but, like, the mentality when you put on the shirt and, like, when you're wearing it and the constant thoughts that are going through your head, like, do I look fat? Do I need to suck in? Do I need to hold my abs tight?
I always have a zip up. Every time I sit down, I put it over me. Like, I still do it to this day. And it's like, I always fix my posture. Like, there's just so many things. Like, I was doing my skincare at, like, in, like, 3rd, 4th grade. I was wearing makeup in 3rd, 4th grade. Why? Because I was insecure.
Which is crazy. And that's all stemmed from just having social media at such a young age.
Yeah. And it's, like, also social media, like, it shows you only the pretty people. And it's also, like, sex sells. So it's, like, on social media, what are they going to post? Attractive-looking women. And
that is all edited, too.
Yeah. And it's, like, and guys are like, oh, this, and this is what they expect. And as a girl, I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to be like, oh, that's what I want to do. And then that's how I shape myself into what I want to look like. Even though it is physically impossible for me to do because of my genetics.
Yeah, no. And, like, it's crazy, too, because we think of social media We're like, oh yeah, we just see like the world, but it's literally the 1% of the world that like the elite, like beautiful people, the skinniest, like the perfect genetics, like those are the 1%ers that we're seeing. And like if you think about it, that's like a handful of people out
And
of
most of
the
them are
billions.
sad because they don't like the way that they look because it's so forced and it's so fake.
Yeah.
And it's like literally they're like starving themselves and barely eating, or it's like their life revolves around the way that they look. And yeah, I guess I'm a girl and that's what happens. Like your life revolves around the way that you look.
Yeah.
I think it's so unfair that guys have so many things to look at a girl. What does a girl have to look at a guy?
Their hair,
their hair, their face, that's it.
Maybe their like physique if they have a good physique, but
yeah, but if they don't, girls look at their hair and that's about it. Guys have so much to look at, and guys don't have to show anything off.
No.
Like they can wear like wife beaters or something, but that's still not showing a lot off. What, your arms, woohoo.
In comparison to women, where it's like
I forced Max to get a wife beater because I think he looks good in them. But it's like girls don't have a lot to look at a guy, but there's so many things a guy could look at a girl. I think is so unfair, and that pisses me off so much. And it's also so socially acceptable for a guy to comment on a girl's body, and that guys constantly look at girls' bodies, no matter what type of relationship they're in. You will see a guy looking at a girl's butt or doing something, like looking at another woman, which is so not fair to girls, because when do girls do that? Yeah, they still do it, but definitely not to the extent that guys do. No, and that is just so unfair.
Crazy.
And it is literally socially acceptable for guys to cheat on their girls. What if my friend was cheating on their boyfriend? I'm sorry, but I would go ballistic on them. Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like, no, it's not that hard to stay loyal to people.
No, especially like I feel like nowadays, I feel like the guys group, obviously depending on the guy group that you're in, but majority of like the high schoolers and college students nowadays, like the guys group, it's like they hype up having multiple women.
And but as soon as a girl does, but you have to have a girl that
she's this, she's
that.
That.
But you have multiple women. Okay, all those women have you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that means that they have that body or whatever. So there's that, but you're cool for having their body, but your body to them is bad. What?
Explain
it goes
that.
Exactly both ways. Like, that is so not fair.
It's so sad.
Like, a girl should be able, like, guys at my school probably have like 10 plus body counts. As soon as a girl has over 3, it's, oh my god, she's such a slut.
That's wild.
Like, that is crazy to me.
No. I kind of want to dive into that a little bit deeper, because I know we've both been cheated on. How has social media in the digital realm affected your relationships?
Oh god. I've never experienced physical cheating like you, so that's completely different. That's a completely different feeling. But like, I feel like before, I mean, like, let's talk about like mom and dad's age. They had like the Playboy magazines, but that was like really it. And like they didn't have anything to like look at online, like constantly look at, which was like constantly like a head turner type thing. Like they weren't constantly like tempted with that.
Yeah, it wasn't on every billboard everywhere.
It's just so tempting now, and I'm not giving that any excuse at all whatsoever. But it's just like there used to just be physical cheating, I feel like, and now it's like there's mental, emotional, and like if you're giving another girl like attention and stuff, that's emotional cheating. Yeah. And then like the mental, like looking at other girls, that's like also whatever. Like there's that too. But I feel like now people like are, because it's like the like emotional whatever mental cheating. Like I guess you could have done that before, but it's so much more common now, and that's what's socially acceptable, and that's what people like. Oh, that's not cheating. That's not physically cheating.
Yeah. No.
And they're like, oh, that's not as bad. Yes, it is. It is still doing the exact same thing. You should not be giving any other woman any other attention, and you should not be giving your man any other attention. It goes both ways. But I'm a girl, so I'm still only gonna be the other way because screw men. But as I have a boyfriend, and it's still the exact same, and they still need to know, like people need to know, like that's just fucked up. Yeah. And if you accept that, then that's on you when they physically cheat on you eventually, or when they just don't like you anymore and they just use you. That's your own fault.
It's crazy. I was gonna ask you something else, and now I'm blanking.
How about we all just delete social media? Woo!
Yeah. How do you feel like with people trying to even date nowadays? Because let's talk about before Max. Like, before you guys got Taylor, like, how was it being, like, single in this day and age?
Well, when I was single, I never thought, I was like, wow, I can't see myself being in a relationship. Like, being single is so much more, like, you don't have to worry about like, boys, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. But now that I'm in a relationship, it's like, I cannot see myself being single. There's just no way. Like, how was I ever single? How was I ever like, wow, I don't have a boyfriend? How was I ever okay with that? But now that, like, not but now, but like when I was single, it was just like, sorry, Max. It was more like, it was less stressful. Yeah. In a way. But it, like, I did long, because I'm definitely a relationship person.
I remember you telling me that. And like, I knew that.
And so, like, I'm definitely like a more physical person. Like, I want to have that I want somebody to be there. Like, I want to be able to like go home and stuff. Like, me and Max have had like a 2-week long sleepover right now. Like, I stay over his house. Like, it's just like, that's relaxing to me. Like, that's nice. Yeah, we fight. We're a couple, but like, and that's what's stressful. Like, there's like that stress of, oh, when you're single, oh, will I ever find love? Like, will I ever be in a relationship? Will I ever like have like that touch? Because that you miss. Like, I definitely remember when I was single, I was like, wow, I just wish I could like look up and just like kiss somebody right now. Like, I just miss like hugging somebody, not family. And like your friends or your family, like, that's just, it's not the same. But like when you're in a relationship, you just have that somebody you could always go to.
Yeah, it's more of an emotional connection.
But it gets hard. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you're single, it's the physical that you miss. And but when you're in a relationship, it's like that, like, emotional,
the freedom,
like,
the time.
I wouldn't say freedom. I would just say, like, I don't even care about like the time or the freedom. Like I would say, like, in a relationship, you still have your freedom. You have your boundaries and stuff. Yeah. You still, me and Max don't really have our own separate lives away from each other. But that's kind of hard when we live in the same town. We go to the same school and we have access to see each other.
And you have a 2-week sleepover together. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like our parents like allow that. Oh, also another thing, my parents, they don't care about sleepovers with guys or anything. Just fantastic.
You're welcome. I broke that barrier.
Like, I know, like, me and Max don't have that, but it's like, I don't mind that, because if we needed to, we would find a way to do that. And it's like, me and Max have tried, like, oh, let's not see each other for that. We can't do it. Like, that's just like not us. And people are like, oh, that's so bad. Okay, bad for you. And that's not your relationship. That's not your life. If that's what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. Absolutely. Like, I don't care if that's statistically bad or it's not going to work out. So what? That's what I want to do. It's my relationship and it works out for me. And that's what, like, makes me happy.
Yeah. No,
like,
absolutely.
Relationships aren't supposed to be a specific way. Some people like to have a more traditional relationship where the woman doesn't work and the man does. Or some people have, like, the opposite where the man doesn't work and the woman does. Or they have, like, a good medium.
Yeah. It's all dependent on the couple and, like, what your boundaries are and, like, what you need from a relationship.
Like, I'm not the type of person, I can't just, like, text. Like, if me and Max are hanging out, we're FaceTiming. I just want to know, like, I just want to talk to them. Even if we're laying in bed and not doing anything, we're on our phones, just having that somebody there. I even did this when during, like, COVID, me and Jaden would FaceTime all day, every day. Sleep on FaceTime, wake up on FaceTime, like, FaceTime all day, every day. I like having that person, like, just somebody there.
Yeah.
Like, right. People are like, oh, like, I need my alone time. I need this, like, I don't like my alone time, because then I get my thoughts and then I start like having a whole mental breakdown. Like, I cannot be alone. I hate being alone. It like when Max is at practice, like, I guess like nice like alone time for like a little whatever, but like I literally just sit there and scroll on my phone. Like, what am I doing? Like, when I'm with Max, I'm not on my phone. Like, I don't go on my phone as much as I did. I don't go on my phone as much as I did when we weren't dating.
Yeah.
And it's just like I enjoy like not being on my phone. Like, I just want to, like, be with them.
Yeah. You're very much a people person. I think that's, like,
I'm a people person, but not in a large group. I hate large groups.
No, yeah. You like your person. You're like, I need my person. That was Jaden. Like, that was Julia when you were little. That was... I think that has to do a lot with it. Like you and Julia.
Sam, Abby, like, all... Like, I just, like... I always have, like, one specific person. Or, like, a couple specific people. Like, I just... Like, being in a big group, I'm dead silent. I'm quiet. I can't talk. I can't do anything. Like, I hate, like, school. I'm dead silent at school. Like, I don't like talking at school. I don't like being in a large group of people. I'm always scared. Oh, somebody's watching me. Somebody's doing this. Somebody's doing that. Somebody's thinking bad of me. That's just what people think, because that's what people do. Yeah. Like, that just stresses me out. I'm not the type of person that's loud in class to, like, fill that. I'm, like, quiet in class so nobody, like, feels, like, weird about me or anything.
No, I agree. Really interesting. One thing that I've noticed about you, like, growing up is that you're very self-conscious about what other people think of you.
Extremely. Like, people, like, everybody feels that way, but it's, like, really, like, bad. Like, it affects me every single day. I don't know if that's some disorder or whatever, but, like, I don't really care that much. It's just, like, that I feel that way, but it's just, like, no matter what, I will not leave the house with makeup on. Never leave the house with makeup on. I never have my hair natural. Unless it's summer, then, like, I guess I occasionally do. Like, I can't go out in a bummy fit. Like, I can't. Like, I need to, like, present myself in a better way.
There's literally a quote that surrounds this, like, I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am what I think that you think I am.
Yeah.
And that's literally you to a T, to the extent, like in OCD extent.
Yes, like, it is, like, an OCD extent. If I go out, like, what? A couple days ago, me and Max went to Chipotle. I had purple fuzzy socks and a not matching outfit. And then we went to his grandmother's house. And I didn't have makeup on, and my hair is natural. Holy moly, was I freaking out. I felt so, like, in a shell, but, like, in like a huge shell. Like, everybody could see. I feel like everybody was staring at me. Mm-hmm. I was freaking out. And then somebody from my school came in to Chipotle as I was walking out, and I was like, oh my God, no way that they're seeing me. Oh my God. Actually, so a couple days ago, or was it last week? I don't know. Me, Max, and Haley, because we sit together at lunch. And we were at lunch, whatever. And I was like, do you guys ever feel like you guys look like a completely different person every single day? And they were like, yeah, I feel like I look different. And I was like, no, I feel so different every day, to the extent where I, like, get confused when people are like, oh, hi, Farrah, in the hallways. Because I'm like, how do you know it's me today? Yeah. I look so different. Every single day I look different to me. Like, when people, like, meet me for the first time, like, last year I sat next to this girl, Mina, in math, and me and her would talk every day in math, and she says hi to me in the hallways, and I'm like, how do you know it's me? Yeah. I genuinely don't think people know it's me when I'm walking the hallways. I don't know how they know it's me. Like, anywhere I go, I'm like, you know it's me? Like, what? Like, I actually think it's so crazy.
Odd. Interesting.
And I thought that was normal. Until Haley was like, Farrah, what the fuck are you talking about? She was like, I was agreeing with you to an extent, but maybe not that far. But no. I genuinely don't understand how people know it's me. Like, if anybody from my school is watching this, how do they know it's me? Unless they say my name. Like, what? Like, I know everybody, because I know what they look like. But I don't feel like I look the same every day.
You have a very interesting psychoanalysis of yourself in other people's point of view.
People don't understand. Like, people think I feel good about myself. I don't. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand anything about myself. Who am I? I don't even recognize myself sometimes. Like, the day that I looked really bad, I wore body fit, hair natural, and no makeup. I was like, I'm going to walk into Max's grandma's house, and she's not going to know who I am. I was like, I look so different today.
Interesting. I have felt that way in a sense of, like, other people, like, if I get dressed, like, I always feel like I look different on the day-to-day. Like, I did my hair different today. I mean, it looks disastrous now, but this morning it was, like, curled, it looked nice, and I was like, wow, I look so different today. Like, I did something new. And then, like, I'll sometimes dress up in, like, my business outfits, and I look different on the day.
Do you think people think you are, like, do you, like, get scared that people won't recognize you?
No.
Like, okay, I do that with, like, a lot of people, but I don't do it with, like, Max. I don't do it with you, obviously. I don't do it with Mom or Dad. But it's, like with, like, regular people, like, my in-school friends, when people are, like, ask me a question or something, and, like, I don't say anything, I'm like, how do you know it's me?
Interesting.
Or it's, like, the underclassmen that, like, know of me, but I don't know of them, and they say my name or something, and they're, like, if I go to, like, their class or whatever, say hi to teacher, and they say, how do you know it's me?
That I never understood. There was so many underclassmen that knew who I was, and
well,
I
mean, like, when I was an underclassman, I knew upperclassmen who didn't know me. I mean, I get that. That's just how that works.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see me online. How do you know that's me in person? Or how do you see me a couple times, talk to me in school, and then say hi to me in the hallway? I look new. I'm a new person every day. How do you know it's me?
Interesting. I wonder if that's, like, a thing. That's so interesting. Like, I never knew that about
I literally told Haley this. I was like, literally a couple weeks ago, you said hi, because my nickname at school is Crate now. And she screamed hi, Crate, in the hallway. So I was like, she knew it was me. I look like me today.
Why did they call you Crate?
Frate, Crate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I was like, where? Because I immediately just think of, like, a crate.
People used to call me Frate, and then as a joke, because I get so mad when they say Frate, and they probably thought that they said Crate, and he was like Crate, and then that's my name.
Heard you. Interesting.
But, oh my God, it, like, bamboozles me.
How do you feel about the COVID situation?
It's
shaping your, like, life.
I feel like
you were in, like,
with Jaden.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was probably, like,
it was, like, the best and worst year.
Yeah, I will say that was probably, like, the saddest years of my life, I was actually very sad, but I was also really happy. I was sad, and like I wouldn't leave my room. You used to have to bring me Dunkin' and bring it to me on my bed because I wouldn't get up.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't diagnosed, but I was severely depressed. But like I didn't do anything for myself. This sounds disgusting. I couldn't shower. I couldn't do anything for myself. But the only thing that kept me going was hang out, seeing Jaden on the phone.
Yeah, and I remember that one time when you were joined that like group with the guys as well, and you're like, I found my people, and I was so happy for you.
That was so amazing. Every single day, morning to night, 2 a.m, like literally all day, every day, playing video games with them, like talking to them. That was like definitely not my peak. But like I was so happy talking to them. I was so secure, and like they didn't even. But like the thing is, they didn't know what I looked like, and so I was so comfortable talking to them.
Yeah,
they didn't know what I looked like.
They never knew your personality.
Like. They just know my personality.
That's interesting.
Besides Jaden, but like obviously I'm so comfortable with Jaden. I'm actually so excited to see her this summer.
That's incredible. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, she's so sweet. I miss Jaden.
Her boyfriend's gonna come.
She has a boyfriend?
For over a year now. But he's gonna come for 2 weeks. Me, Max, and Jaden and Evan. His name's Evan. We're gonna hang out.
Wait, is it the Evan from the group?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he moved to Florida and then they broke up because they stopped talking.
Okay, so a different Evan.
Yeah.
She's only dated Evans.
She's had another boyfriend before.
Oh, okay. 2 out of 3.
Jaden pulls.
I guess she does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's really pretty.
I know.
She's really sweet. I always like
Jaden.
Smart. She's really smart. That is true.
Yeah, me and her play Heyday together. Remember Heyday?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm only on level 26 though because my thing deleted, my other thing, so I'm only on level 26.
I should show you up.
I know. Jaden's level 31.
I forgot what level I was. I want to say I was in the 40s. Heyday was such a good throwback.
It is.
That and Dragonville. Dragonville was like my go-to. Who's your favorite parent?
Okay, well, I guess I can answer that. I want to say...
Don't leave me like that. You know I raised you, bitch.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite. I will say I'm more comfortable talking to Mom.
Yeah.
But I don't think me and Dad have ever fought. Never mind. Yeah, now that I think about it.
You guys have.
We have.
But it's like
it's not
maybe
like,
twice in your entire life.
Yeah. Me and my dad don't fight. But I'm more comfortable with Mom.
Yeah.
But like, I'm obviously comfortable with my dad.
It's funny that you say that because I feel like
I'm just more open with Mom.
Yeah. Me and Dad, I feel like Dad...
You're more Dad, I'm more Mom.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I'm not saying I care about one more than the other, but like I'm more comfortable with her and she's more comfortable with him.
Yeah. Well, Dad's just kind of been like...
Because you guys
my
are
best
right
friend.
Here, and I'm right there with Mom. I think that's why.
Every single morning. We share a bathroom. Yeah. I've shared a bathroom with a man.
I share a bathroom with my mom, so I feel like...
That makes... I never picked that up until just now.
The choices of our rooms influenced...
a lot about who we've gotten closer
to. Whoever you're closer to.
Yeah. I mean, like, whoever you brush your teeth with in the morning, I guess.
I mean, like, me and Mom don't brush our teeth in the morning, but...
Yeah. Well, me and Dad, morning and night, I see him every morning. Hey, morning.
It's like the thing where it's like the people who you hang around, you become.
Yeah.
You hang around Dad, I hang around Mom. You become Dad, I become Mom.
Yeah. What are some similarities that you appreciate between the two of us? And then
that's where I wrote my us?
Yeah. Were you going to talk about...
I was going to say Mom and Dad. That's what I wrote my college essay on. What I appreciate about Mom and Dad and what they've given me and how I see myself in them and how they shaped me to be who I am. I talked about you. A little.
And I hate my older sister.
No, I think in the beginning I literally said, I was like, I always grew up wanting to be somebody I'm not. I wanted to be my sister, even though that's not who I am. Something along those lines.
Wonderful. Thanks.
It was a lot more better than... Actually, I wrote a really nice paragraph about Mom that I should show her about Tresor lotion.
Crazy that you brought that up. There was someone in the bathroom of the gym today, and I swear that they put on the Tresor lotion, and I immediately thought of Mom.
That will always be burned into my mind.
Yeah,
and every time I see a lightning in the sky, or any type of school, it's either you or Dad.
Yeah. Well, I always think of Dad because I remember Mom used to freak out every time there was a lightning storm and take you into the basement because cement. And me and Dad would sit underneath, like, in our living room with the big window, and we would just sit and, like, stare at the lightning. We're like, ooh.
Yeah. I never think of lightning to be Dad and skulls with you and Dad.
Skulls, yeah.
Also the sleep lotion with Mom.
Oh, that
The
eucalyptus? Yeah. Eucalyptus and lavender or something, or eucalyptus and spearmint.
The sleep lotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what my college says right now. Oh, very similar to differences between us. I think we look similar. Personality-wise, I feel like we're completely different.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, once I got more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut out like half the first. I was like, I need to get this girl talking. Are you gonna keep that in there? Of course.
But
I've always said, like, although I have a little sister, I low-key have a little brother.
Okay, and I have an older brother, Mr. I'm big and strong.
Women can be big and strong.
You're dressed.
You're not dressed much different. You're just.
I have shirts on. And
I want to be comfy.
Cut to be a little lady.
I want to be comfy.
Yeah, I'm comfy too.
I don't want to be in shorts. It's too cold. I mean, I'm
too cold. It was 78 degrees out and it was UV8.
Of course, you know about UV.
Yeah, I know. It's a big assignment to let us go outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are the traits that you like that are similar?
You have a lot more motivation than me.
Yeah.
You're more hardworking. You're smarter. You're more artistic. I am more. Yeah. I'm glazing right now. I'm more lazy, but I think I like beauty more. But somehow we still look the same.
I like fashion beauty. I don't really care about like skincare. I care about like fashion.
You like clothes. Your business era is not very cute. Sorry, I don't like it.
You don't like it? I think I look so good. I get so many compliments on it.
Yeah, that's like the compliments you give the girl in class that you don't like her outfit. You look so cute today. I love your outfit. Where'd you get it? And you secretly hate it, and then you turn around and you're like, that bitch is fucking ugly to your friend. That's such a movie scene thing that doesn't
I've
happen.
never done that because I'm not a bitch.
That's why I said it's just a movie scene thing that happens.
Yeah.
But like
my hat, everyone likes my hat.
I'm sorry, that's the ugliest hat I've ever seen.
Thankfully, I don't listen to a 17-year-old, so.
Oh my goodness. At least I'm up to date with the trends.
Well, I don't care about the trends. I'll do what I want because I feel good in it. I feel comfy and I feel cute. That's all that matters. If I internally feel good. I don't care what other people think. You can talk all the shit you want.
No, yeah. See, I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, I know you're the complete opposite. You're like, okay, if I wear this necklace today,
am I ugly? Yeah, no, literally. What was it? Oh my god, freshman year, I was on a mass break and I come back in from Spanish and I'm not gonna name names, but some boy who is older than me said, your eyelashes are so short. From that day on, I used eyelash serum.
Interesting.
And when I was younger, one of my friends who I was friends with was like, oh, that outfit looks really bad. Throughout that outfit, I remember putting it in my trash.
Wow.
Somebody says they don't like something about me, I will change it like that.
Interesting.
I ask people, I'm like, does this look bad? And I'm like, do I look ugly? I'm like, be brutally honest. Like, don't just tell me I look good. Like, when you take photos, I'm like, tell me if I look fucking fat.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, and you tell me, which is great. Like, I'm sorry, but when my friends take photos of me and they don't tell me I look fat, I get so mad. I'm like, dude, you know I look fat. Like, when was it?
It's literally me at Anthony every single time. I'm like, dude, I look terrible in this. He goes, no, you look beautiful. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just tell me the truth.
Yeah. Like, I was in chem and I asked Haley and Shamsi, I was like, do I look fat in my school profile photo? I'm like, this looks terrible. Like, my school photo. I'm like, it made me look fat. I'm like, my face looks fat. I look fat. And they were like, and I was like, be brutally honest. I'm like, you can tell me, you can be honest, because I know what I look like. I see it. I know what I look like. And they were like, maybe you look a little chubby. And I was like, yeah, thank you. So, being honest. Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah. I know it's an awkward thing to say, and it's like, you feel bad. Like, you don't mean that, like, wow, you're fucking ugly. I fucking hate you. Get out of my face. But, like just be honest.
Yeah, it's especially if you're not saying it rude. It's just like
if I'm friends with you, you can tell me I look fat.
Yeah.
And like, what? But don't just walk up to me and be like, wow, you look really fat today. Maybe don't do that. But if I ask you, then you can answer honestly.
Yeah.
Don't just straight up say it. I mean, I'll have something like in my hair, but then I get really self-conscious when somebody does something that Max will actually. Yeah. I always tell him like, you're. Like, I always say, you're fucking fake. Like I have mascara on my eyes, and he doesn't tell me. And then as soon as he does, I'm like, don't look at me. I gotta fix it.
Wild.
And then he's like, oh, let me see. And I'm like, no, let me look first. And I gotta make sure it goes away, because then I'm like, oh, and then I get really insecure about it. And I'm like, I need to fix it.
Your self-image is very dependent on other people's opinions of you. Do you ever want that to change?
I'm gonna say no, just because I want to be the best I can for other people. That sounds so terrible.
Do you feel like it affects your self-love though?
Yeah, but then again, I don't really care because that's how I've been. I genuinely don't remember a time I was genuinely self-content with myself, and I was like, wow, I don't care what people think. I feel good. I don't ever remember feeling like that.
I'm so the opposite in that. Like, I just genuinely
and
don't
that
care.
Might sound cocky, like, wow, like I need to be the best. I always need to be the best. I just hate when people think anything bad of me.
Interesting.
Because I haven't always loved being the center of attention.
That is true.
I love being in the middle of people. I like being the center of attention, but I don't like being a center of attention in a big group.
Yeah, but you like to be like idolized, but in your core.
Yeah, and I don't want to be looked at bad. Like I don't want to be mean to people. Like I don't want people to be like I remember when me and Mudge went to go get the donuts in West Hartford.
Yes.
And I accidentally took a bite of his donut, and we were in the car going back home. And I was like, oh my God, this is your donut. And he still ate it after me. I was like, you're still going to eat it after me? Because I was like, you don't think I'm terrible and disgusting and icky, and you want to eat after me? Like, you don't care? He was like, no, I don't care. He was like, I don't think you're disgusting. I was like, what?
Yeah. I think it's because you like look at yourself so bad because of your childhood being raised on social media, and then now you looked at these women or these people online and you had that judgment of them. Yeah, and then now you're like, okay, so now everyone in my circle needs to tell me this, that, and the other so that I can be that idolized
I definitely
person.
Need somebody to tell me, even though I'm so terrible at taking compliments, it's like I need somebody to tell me I look good or else I feel so
insecure.
Ugly.
Yeah.
And I think that sounds so cocky, like, wow, like I need people to compliment me, like I'm fishing for compliments. I mean, I guess you could say I am, but
no, it's
literally just because I will change everything about me until somebody says something good about me.
It's not necessarily cocky. It's just a matter of like that's where you find your love. Like your like love language is compliments.
Making other people happy and making them happy with me. Like,
yeah.
If I make them happy, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
I can't be happy if you're sad. If you don't like me, I won't like myself. I need you to like me, and I'll feel good.
Yeah. I used to be slightly like that, so I understand. I think over time, though,
everybody does. And they've learned to, like, get away from it, but, like, I need to start learning real quick.
Yeah. It'll come with time. I think at high school right now, for sure, it's going to affect you. But college, it'll probably affect you. But probably around junior, senior year of college, you're going to be like, screw this shit.
Yeah, my mom always tells me, like, oh, you don't have to do this or that. Like, you need to, like you can be a leader, not a follower. I am 100% a follower. That's just who I am. I cannot be the unique person to do something. Yeah. And then, like, in a group of people. Like, oh, would you jump off a cliff with friends? Hell yeah, I would. I would. If somebody could, lay in the middle of the road, there's cars coming, okay, I'll follow. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, that's just who I am. They're, like, maybe I'll change, maybe I won't, but that's just who I am right now.
I mean, like, everyone is going to be different, and you just don't like to lead, and that's just not one of your personality traits, and that's okay. Yeah. You don't need to. That's why you have me.
Leader, somebody has to be a follower.
Yeah. That's why you got me. So when you own a business, I can help you. What's that look for? You not want me to help you?
I have to deal with you more.
What?
I have to deal with you more.
After all that I do for her. All of the trips, all of the money spent. What is something that you want to tell someone who is listening? For guidance, for just mental health. I know we talked a lot about like self-care.
Oh. It was a very trauma dump type thing. And at first I was like, and then I ended up spitting everything, kind of. Not really.
Like, what is the biggest thing that you've taken away?
Don't be like me. Be your own person.
And that's
be more like her.
What?
Be more like her.
This is why my podcast.
Yeah. But it's okay to be lazy sometimes. She doesn't think so. It's okay.
Crazy that you say that. I'm going to go on not a little rant, but I learned so I took an Enneagram, which is a type test. I want you, Mom, Dad, and Anthony to take it because I'm interested. But I'm a type 3, and I lead with a type 3 and a type 1. So I'm goal-oriented. It's exactly what I am. Goal-oriented, perfectionist, like very like structured mindset. Like if I am not achieving goals, I feel worthless. If someone's not telling me that I'm doing a good job, I feel absolutely worthless. If someone questions my success in something and like puts me down in that, I feel like it triggers me. But with that being said, my lowest was, so like my 51, it was practically saying that I need to start to learn to be okay with complacency. So like I gotta learn to like calm down.
You need to like close all of these computers and like take a fat long nap at like 11 in the morning till like 3 p.m.
I would lose my mind.
Like, remember when we were downstairs and I was like, you need to live like me for a day?
Yeah, I think that would be a good video.
Like, you need to like be lazy for like a week. Be lazy. Don't want to go to work. You need to like want to leave work early. You need to take a day off. Whoa. Take a day off? Whoa.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, no, you need to like chill out. You need to not go to the gym for a day.
I think
it's like on Monday. You need to like not talk about work. Because we'll be at dinner. We'll be at like some nice ass dinner somewhere. She'll be like, Anthony, you remember this work thing I told you about? We need to make a podcast. We need to do this. We need to do that. Just shut the fuck up. Stop talking about work.
I just don't know what else to.
Just say you hate it. Just say you hate it. Just say you hate work.
But that's not true.
But just say it.
No, I just
say it.
I don't hate work. I can never say I hate work. Well, okay. I don't like work. I like the goal with work and achieving my bigger goal in life.
But you need to have a lazy day. Or like you just like you need to be okay with like getting a TV in your room and watching a show.
Never gonna happen.
You need to binge watch a show.
Okay, on Sunday and Saturday, me and Aunt watched a show, and I didn't have my laptop open.
He forced you to do that, didn't he?
Kind of.
Oh, yes!
Good
job, Anthony.
It was the...
Does he not watch your podcast?
No, he doesn't. Well, the closest people in my life are the fakest fans. You guys all make fun of me. It was called Blown Away, and it's a reality TV show where they like compete to like win the big prize. So that's why I like it. Is because they compete and it's like a goal-oriented thing.
No, you need to watch like
I cannot watch just like a stupid show.
You need to like have like emotions. You need to watch like The Notebook or something. You need to have like a good cry.
Funny too, on the Enneagram, my lowest things were emotions. Like I push my emotions aside to achieve my goals.
You need to like not be your own person a little bit. You need to like put yourself in the shoes of others.
I'm just
like
not
when I watch
in
movies,
that.
I get so into the character. I think I am that person. I think I have a lot of like identity crisis. Like
it's kind of coming out that way.
Like saying this stuff out loud. Like talk therapy is like a real thing. Like I put myself in the shoes of that person. They get broken up with. I'm heartbroken. Like oh my god. When Max is at practice, I will watch a movie. And if he texts me like, oh, I'm done, come pick me up, and that person just got cheated on their movie or something, or that person just got mad at them, I'm mad at him. Like, it's bad. Or, like, it's really sad. Or it's really sad and, like, one of them dies. I type him, like, a long message. Max, like, when you do a practice, like, come on. Like, I miss you. Like, hurry it up. I base my emotions off of so many people. I feel like I feel people a lot. I connect with them so much. If somebody else is sad, I'm sad. Like, if somebody else is happy, I am happy. If somebody else is mad, I'm mad. I'm not me. That's why I think nobody knows who I am, because I don't know who I am. Oh my God, Jeannie, I'm my own therapist.
This podcast is actually becoming a therapy podcast.
This isn't mine. I'm taking over. I was gonna say, I think I'm scared of being my own person, because then that means I have to be more like you. Not really. But, like, I just have to like not care what people think. Which is so scary.
Well, that doesn't you can be aware of what other people think and hold yourself to a high standard, but
it sometimes like that's weird.
Well, you can. It's just a mindset shift. You're taking AP Psych. You know everything comes from the mind.
Yeah.
If you want to be skinny, it all starts with the mind. Like I do mindset work with people. Like I coach them on nutrition and fitness, but it's like all mindset.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Like, I can convince myself to be sick.
Yeah, anybody can.
That's crazy. People can do it. Yeah, no shit, that's what I'm saying.
People have healed themselves of the craziest diseases just from.
Oh my god, I was literally watching a video. It was this girl, and she got like abducted, whatever, like, and they cut her or whatever, they stabbed her a bunch of times. And her guts, like her insides, were on her feet. Like they were outside of her. She was obviously laying down. And her neck was cut like a bunch of times. And she was still alive. She felt hurt. She was like, my feet are wet. And she looks down and it was just like organs all over her feet. And so she holds it, she holds them in, and then she stands up because she's like, oh, I need to go find. It was this girl in South Africa. I don't remember her name. And it's kind of recent, I think. No, because she's older now. I think it was when she was younger. But it was these two guys, and she had to go to the road to like get somebody to help her. And she reaches up to like touch her face, and she couldn't find her neck because her head was cut so much. Her head was severed and like hanging back, and she was still alive. And so she had to take her head and hold it up because her neck was severed, and somehow like enough to where like it was like hanging back a little. Obviously, not enough to where she's dead. So it didn't get to like her neck, like the cords or whatever. Like she couldn't talk, and obviously, and like luckily like a medical student found her and like called the cops or whatever, and like helped her to the point where she could stay alive. She like her mindset was so like survival. Her head was hanging back. She couldn't feel her neck like because it was gone, like, and her organs were out on her feet, and she could pick it up, put it inside of her, and walk into like the road.
That's wild.
That is insane. How would you survive that?
It's a mindset. It's literally the mindset, like you said. It's like survival mindset.
That is like insane. How is your head hanging back to the point where like, oh, there's no neck on me. Oh, where's my head? Oh, it's back here.
That's wild.
That's insane.
There's some miraculous people out there with some insane stories that they've been through.
I think that is I watch like a lot of like true crime stuff because I think that's really cool and interesting. That probably sounds psychotic of me that I watch those all the time.
Well, I used to watch those all the time with it was the BuzzFeed Unsolved. Those used to be my favorites.
And then trying to solve them.
Yeah.
But like I just watch like a lot of true crime stuff, like American Nightmare or whatever. I watch that. It's just so like
captivating.
Crazy that people find a way out of stuff like that. I feel like if I would just crawl in the corner and cry.
Yeah. You get into a whole different mindset and mode that you never tap into just living in your daily life.
Like,
no one is ever going to believe that you don't talk in school. Yeah.
I don't. I had one of my teachers call my mom last year. My Spanish teacher called my mom like 5 different times because I never said a word in class. She was like, I'm concerned for your daughter. She doesn't talk in class.
Mom probably didn't believe it.
She was like, yeah.
Really?
And she was like, I'm concerned for your daughter. And then again, in 2nd grade, I didn't talk. And the teacher called mom. They're like, I'm concerned for your daughter. She doesn't talk in class.
It's so weird.
No, I don't like talking to people.
Your core group.
I don't like talking to people because I think that if I talk, they're going to be like, wow, she's weird. Oh, connections, people.
Therapy. Straight up therapy. I wonder if you talk more people, then you'll feel better and like care less. All right. Thanks so much for being on the podcast. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Do I get like a cut of this? Like get paid? What if this goes absolutely viral? Do I get like money out of this? Max
asked me the same exact damn question.
You Max are like scary alike.
Too scary alike.
Like, oh my god. In psych, oh my god, this is what we do, by the way. Say, oh yeah, bye. Oh, one more thing. And
this is our typical conversations.
So in psych, so me and Max normally go to lunch after 6th period to go get a snack before 7th period when we have lunch 8th period. But 5th period, we both text each other. He's not even supposed to be on a spoon of Spanish, whatever. And we were like, calf after this period? Same exact time. All the time we do that.
Do you guys text each other at the same time every single day, calf after this period?
No. It was a random period that we never said that before.
Okay. Interesting.
Like, I mean, I guess when you hang out with people, like, you do the same thing and hang out for, like, every day.
Well, your thoughts, and, like, it's kind of like, have you ever heard of, like, where girls hang out a lot and, like,
they sync up?
They sync, yeah. It's like that, but your mindset syncs up, too.
And it's like we do that all the time.
Like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Quite literally, yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for coming on the podcast. It was a pleasure to have you. I have a lot of editing too. I've never had this much editing for a podcast, but I've also never had this long of a podcast either.
I'm the best.
Don't get cocky now. Well, I'll definitely have you on again in the future and just kind of like catch up and like so everyone can catch up with you so then you're able to come back.
Oh,
You need to go get some food.
I know. Me and Max are probably gonna go get food.